Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 31 of the Ranwin Parked podcast. My name is Conodder, joined by Kurt J. Mack and ZK. Say hello.
Hello.
Hi.
That was the most formal intro I've ever done. Don't get used to it.
No, it was gross. Don't do it ever again.
I wanted to work on something that seemed like I was a professional. And that was the one thing I chose in my life.
That was the most convincing.
Yep. That was all I got. No real antidotes this week other than ZK, stop chewing your finger.
No. It's itchy.
No, I don't think anybody's hurt themselves, bought anything, or rejetted anything in the past couple weeks here, as far as I know.
No rejets, I don't believe.
Kurt's sitting there like, did I?
I've gone through 5 iterations where I'm keeping notes of all the little changes I'm making too, so I can keep track, but
What a Kurt enough way of doing things. Okay. Well, luckily, the audience has given us something to talk about because we've got mail from... Oh, did you want me to do like the "you've got mail" thing or something?
No, that's fine.
Okay,
Just
sorry.
email is something that I'm like, oh man, now I have to reply to this in like the next 3 months.
That's the second most Kurt J. Mack thing to be said today. From Ken, I realize this isn't exactly what you all do, but you seem to have the right backgrounds to have this answer. You're probably wrong. So, waves arms in air at everything happening right now. I think model years are ending soon. Is there gonna be an especially good time to buy new if that's something we're looking to do? I can't help you. I've never bought a new car. I don't really know the answer to this.
I'm also not a good person to ask because the only new cars I've bought I've had to order, like special custom order.
Right, and you don't get a good deal on those.
No, you don't.
Kurt, you bought the Crosstrek new, didn't you?
I did.
Was it done Kurt J. Mack style? Like, did you have 17 different options and lists and notes, and you just went to a dealership and said, give me a car, didn't you?
No, I went to one dealership and said I'd like to test drive both the Crosstrek and the Outback because I'd never driven any of them before. But I'm not going to buy today, but I just want to be able to compare them. So they allowed me to test drive the Crosstrek and an Outback, and I'm like, all right. But then I decided on the Crosstrek, so I emailed. There were like 3 or 4 dealerships. This was in Phoenix. I said, this is what I want. These are the colors I want. This is the trim I want. What can you do? And I had them bid against each other.
Ooh.
To the death. But no, then I just picked the best price. It turned out not to be the dealership that I actually did the test drives at.
Ooh, burn.
Yeah.
Wasted their time.
Couldn't do it. And but then I just went and picked it up, and that was that.
It must be nice to look for a car where there's actually options.
Yeah, what's this like?
Well, it was also like, it was one of the factory, arrangements where it was the premium trim and this color with this interior, and it has the rubber mats.
Package A.
Yeah, exactly. But it was also, I think, an unusual experience because Phoenix, surprisingly, is not a very big Subaru market. So I think I got a much better deal and much more personal attention than I would around here in Seattle, where it's quite the opposite.
Oh, yeah.
Where, there's a line waiting outside for the same car.
I go to the airport and Kurt says, just look for the Crosstrek. And you go, which shade is yours?
I think some dealers are like, hurting for business, if you will, like really trying to get customers in right now. But I don't know if that means you'll get a better deal or not.
Probably not. One thing that I have noticed is is a good way if you're gonna buy new. I'm a person. I personally am not a big fan of buying new cars because it's like you're just giving money away at that point. But if you can,
somebody has to buy it new.
I'm aware that somebody has to be that person. I just don't want to be that person.
Make the cool cars that everyone likes to buy used.
But if you are just looking for a new car, sometimes trying to find the car that is like worse reviewed or is just kind of like not very well touted, sometimes you'll find them on the lot and it'll be, say it's 2020, someone's got a 2018 sitting on their lot that just kept getting rolled over and rolled over. That's the car that you can buy a brand new car for like used car prices just because they're sick of seeing the thing sit around. And when most people go to the dealership and they're looking for a car, they don't go, "Oh, it's a year old. That's fine." They go, "No, I want the new one." So, if I have any advice in any of this, is that if you can handle not having like, "No, I need this car in this trim package with this color and these dealer options," then you can find some of those like leftover unwanted ones. Like me.
Yeah, that's not me.
Yeah, that's not Kurt. That's not ZK. that's kind of me though. That's kind of a thing I would do. So, but yeah, we're not really new car shoppers. Although ZK might be a new car shopper.
I got plenty of cars with back seats. Don't worry about it.
You really are not hurting in selection there, to be honest. All right. Well, we hope.
If you want to send more emails,
apparently we read those now.
Yeah, I started to remember to read them before we started recording. It's ran@winpark.com.
Nice and easy. You know what else is nice and easy? Finding used car ads on the internet. Like this one. It's easy. A 1980 Dodge Ram 50 truck ran when parked, for sale or trade.
Manual transmission, buy it.
End of ad. Like, that is the only information for this, is that this is a 1980 Dodge Ram 50. It's $1,000. It does say it has 133,000 miles. It's manual, it's tan, and the truck ran when parked, for sale or trade. That's all you get.
That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know.
It's a Ram 50.
It is a Ram 50, which is, I think, kind of a Mitsubishi Mighty Max.
I think so. I think
they're kind of the same thing.
Well, it is the Mighty Max? Yeah. Not the Mighty Boy.
No, Mighty Boy is very different. Mighty Boy is hard to say with a straight face. But this Ram 50 has taught me something. Not good for the lawn.
No.
Real bad for the grass, actually.
Mitsubishi Motors, yeah.
It's like it's
the heavy lead paint.
Literally a dead zone around this thing.
In an otherwise pretty decent looking lawn.
Yeah, everything else around it, green as could be. The only thing I can imagine is they were so scared of this thing and they remembered it was out there, so they put Roundup around it or something.
I don't know, that's pretty suspicious.
It's very weird just how dead it is around it. But for what is otherwise a very cheap mini truck that ZK could turn into something horrible.
I would just drive it as is.
Yeah.
But it ran when parked. You can't drive it as is.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Run.
Mm-hmm.
Just needs tune up. That's all.
Ooh, that's something I didn't notice before, is the very telltale puddle in the floor.
Sediment.
Not good. If you do follow,
it could mean a couple different things, but they're all bad.
Oh yeah, it could be like water intrusion, could be like a heater core that's exploded, and it could be somebody. But if you follow on Instagram, I posted somebody had an ad for, I don't even remember what it was. Oh, it was a Ford truck. It was a Ford 1-ton. and it said ran when parked, and then after that it was like, I don't know, for you dummies or something like that. That means that the drive space train with a train emoji is in good shape. So now we know what ran when parked means now. You can drive trains in good shapes.
We've been informed.
Yep. And we know that Dodge/Mitsubishis are not good for your lawn. Be careful when you leave one of those sitting around. Kurt, what you got for ran when parked?
Got a real sad one.
Oh.
We don't see a lot of these early Celicas, and when we do here, they are ran when parked.
Yeah.
But it looks so good in this picture.
Yeah, it does look so good. And for $6,500.
That's a pricey ran when parked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's a whole bunch of details.
There is.
There's a whole bunch of details. Where does he say?
It's got real authentic rotas.
Authentic. Where he says oh man, I lost it. Because he puts emphasis on the ran when parked thing.
Oh. It's a scavenger hunt now. We gotta find it. I don't recall if I have a title.
Famous last words, ran when parked.
Yes.
Car's cleaned and needs a new battery. Yes, it runs. No, it won't start. What?
Yeah, haven't started it in years and don't plan on trying.
But it runs.
Yeah, it runs, but it doesn't start.
Doesn't start. Runs and starts, two different things, really. All right, let's get to some sadness. I mean,
I think some of these pictures have been taken prior to its parkage.
Well, that just got much worse looking.
I think that was before the wrap or paint job or whatever he says it has.
Okay. Oh, no.
Oh, that's what happened.
Ooh.
That's pretty rough.
Yeah, that's not a panel that could just be replaced.
No. I mean, yeah, you could cut out a panel from another car, but good luck.
It obviously happened like just being parked on the street.
Oh, yeah, it looks like something.
Like someone sideswiped them.
That's too bad.
It's just depressing.
It is. It's almost as depressing as your Discord roboting on me. Nearly as depressing. Oh, those are the coilovers.
The coilovers?
So the Mark II Celica Supra that I worked on, we're always trying to find coilovers for it, and these I think are that what's this company called? Toy Tuning, something like that. Yeah, they sell all these mishmash parts to try and like make coilovers for these Toyotas. They have bizarre suspensions, and everyone just says they are awful. Like the quality of the stuff is awful. But I could never find anybody that said these things that actually had the parts. So I just never knew. I never knew if it was actually bad or not.
That and they're like the only option.
Gosh, that's a shame because it's otherwise a nice looking car.
Yeah. Looks like they actually like kind of restored it.
Right.
Is that overspray on the glove box?
I don't think it is. It's just it looks that way.
Reflection.
Oh, they got a coupe too. ZK.
I know. I was gonna ask about the coupe.
ZK, I definitely need you to like try to rejoin or whatever. The coupe is still 100% my favorite. Like that. I too would be laying on the ground in appreciation of that. And that is the coolest badge.
It's a dragon.
I think the Celica Supras was similar, but the original Celica one's real cool. Real cool. Well, yep, this is a sad story, Kurt. They got the banana bumpers.
The bumpers. So for $6,500, you can get a smashed up, ran when parked, will run but doesn't start. Celica.
I mean, yeah, I'd be pretty heartbroken too if this happened to that car, because you just know how hard it is to fix that. The only way the expensive way to fix it is to find that panel. The cheap way to fix it is to do like, wide body stuff on it or something like that and try trying to cover it up. But both of those ways are sad. It's a real bummer. And it was running when parked. I have that same pillow.
That same pillow. Oh,
Yeah,
this guy's creeping into this person's bedroom.
That's a good choice of pillow.
Especially that center console would work in the Corolla.
Scavenging.
Yes.
All right, ZK, are you no longer a robot?
Am I no longer a robot?
You're still a robot.
Still a robot.
Very, very much so a robot. And ZK is back to being human.
Woohoo!
Yay! And just in time for your ran when parked. Not pine cones.
Is a 99 F-150. Yeah, it's a pickup. It's pretty unremarkable, other than like it's the complete opposite of that Dodge / Mitsubishi.
Right.
Because this is so much fertilizer that the dirt is actually on top of it.
Yeah, it's starting its own ecosystem.
Either that or they like really wanted to just like bury this thing and started and gave up.
They wanted to bury it probably because it needed spark plugs, and this is a 5.4 Triton, and it has those insane 6-inch long spark plugs that break in half when you try to take them out.
Also, I like this one because for any questions or offers, please contact Bobby.
Okay.
And Larry's the one selling the car.
Larry and Bobby.
Larry doesn't want nothing to do with it. What's in the driver's seat?
I have no idea. I couldn't figure it out. All I can read is calf.
I read starter as the second word. Calf starter?
What is calf starter?
The calf starts, but it doesn't run.
like as in a cow?
I would imagine. Like, I don't think that's how they're born. I don't think you just like pour some of this into your yard. And, it'll be a whole herd by spring. What did it say?
This one just impressed me with it being taken in by the earth, but not being in the woods.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's ran before parked, started to have transmission problems. Okay, so it did have a problem. So it started to have transmission problem. They were just like, leave it there. And
let the earth take it back.
The earth said, okay.
It's a Ford, of course.
There's the pine tree. I knew there had to be a pine tree around for that clumpage.
It's environmentally friendly.
I'm well aware of that. Why is it environmentally friendly? Just because the grass isn't dead?
I mean, yeah, the earth is accepting it back into its bosom. It's fine.
Bosom. Oh, boy. All right. I don't know if I can top that. And that was Ranman Park. The show's over, everybody.
Yep.
Goodbye. No. We've got mistakes to make. Starting with...
It was rough this week.
Is it? My mistake is not rough at all. It's a
64 Rambler wagon.
It's been creeping up on me, man. These Ramblers have got me rambling. This is a 64 wagon, not running, in great condition with a solid body. I've really started to take a liking to the simplicity of the design of these. Not so much the wagon-ness, but still an attractively nice looking thing.
The wagon does have that like tacked on wagon.
I knew you were gonna say that. Yeah. From the front it's not bad, but from the back, it's got a little bit of that. And it's a wagon.
Yes, this was a sedan, but now a wagon.
But I quite like the nose.
Not running great condition, solid body would make a great Tinder profile.
I'll consider it. It's true. Well, it's not true. I'm not running, but I'm also not in great condition, and I definitely don't have a solid body. Nothing too remarkable other than the fact that they took this from like this lean-to and stuck it inside of the building, leaned up a mattress and a frame, and then we're like,
Yeah.
I don't really want to mess with that thing.
It's a nice building, though.
It's a nice looking building. But yeah, nice, simple looking car. Looks pretty much rust free. Ready for restoration. Bring it to Cone's garage. I'll do it. Dare me.
$2,500.
Yeah.
I
Are these desirable? I don't know. I don't know anything
To me,
about
like,
them.
We don't have any interior pictures, but
No.
that seems reasonable.
It's reasonable-ish. Yeah.
Mm.
And there's a lot there. There's not a
a lot
lot
to do,
missing.
but-
Of course, the
Yeah.
air cleaner is missing. Heaven forbid there be an air cleaner on it.
Or the radiator, but
The radiator. The alternator's just sitting there in the engine bay. Obviously, it's been pillaged for some parts, but totally redoable. And it would let me ramble. Because it's a Rambler. All right, moving
I see.
along.
That was-
Jeez. Uh-huh.
What's this? It's a Mopar Plymouth 1963. A 63 Valiant. And I want it. It's a 2-door. It's got the slant 6. Obviously, it's got the manual 3-speed on the column.
From what my dad said, you could tell it's a slant 6 because there's not a 1 in front of the price. As in, it would be, if it was a V8 car, it'd be a $15,000 car, but because it's a slant 6, it's a $5,000 car.
But he even reduced it further to 5,300. But then yesterday the ad expired.
Oh, it expired. Do you think it expired?
Expired. Well, it might pop back up. I don't know. But this thing just looks so clean and it's so cool. And the girlfriend likes it too. Which is a big selling point.
did you take a test drive or something?
No, I didn't even contact him. Yet.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, like I was looking at Falcons, and I saw even a couple Chevy 2 Novas pop up. They're all, the 6-cylinder, 3 speeds. But for the same price, this one looks very tidy.
It's color matched to your Corolla in the
It
engine
is.
bay.
In the engine bay.
You need to get a little bit of like green and brown and actually paint that intake manifold to look like a bunch of bananas.
That's a great idea. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's not my favorite design ever.
No, yeah, the front is a little dopey.
But it's if you wanted to
like
experience basic Americana car, this is it. Is that?
Was that a new gas tank? In
Yeah,
there?
it looked like a new gas tank there. With
It
like
said
this,
they replaced the fuel lines and gas tank.
it's got white
Do you have a dog?
wheels. It's white with white wheels. You know, that's my favorite. It's 3 on the tree. I've never driven 3 on the tree. I've never known anybody with 3 on the tree. Just
Okay,
saying.
every time you go back to the wheel cap, I just see the logo in the middle. It just looks like a coat hanger.
I know. I can't figure out. I guess that was.
I don't know if it's a weird reflection, but I just keep seeing coat hanger or like off-brand Mercedes.
Yeah, I was thinking it looked like off-brand Mercedes.
I think it's supposed to be like a V shape
Oh,
for
maybe.
Valiant.
Oh yeah, turn your head to the right and it's like a triangle. Okay.
A valiant effort.
Ah,
The green interior is awful, though.
No, it's perfect.
hate
it goes
it.
Horrible
with the
person.
white.
Oh, I hate it.
It's like a
It's so
mint ice
good.
cream.
It's,
It's not mint, Kurt. It's not mint.
it's
That is
almost
on
like
scum green.
yeah, it's not great. But what's your dollar amount, Kurt? If
What
they
would I have?
if they relisted it at $1 and you would have been like, All right, gotta go test drive this thing. What's that dollar?
If they relist it. No, I don't know. I would probably, in negotiating or whatever, I'd probably maybe 4,600, 4,800.
Those were very specific numbers. All right, I expect to see pictures of this by next week.
Yes, I have to think about these things just in case I have some sort of crazed desire to actually send an email or a text, and then they like actually come back, and I need to have an offer already in my head.
And it's 0 miles on it, Kurt.
0 miles. See, this is the new car deal you've been looking for.
Yeah, it's a 1963 leftover. Yeah. As much as like everything about it, everything you would describe to me about this car, I would say, yeah, that sounds great. And then I see this picture and I go, well, I don't know. And then you see things like the dripping overspray on the front. And it makes you go, well, you know, how nice is it really? I don't know. You'd have to really look at it in person to find that out, but I don't know. It's your money.
Nice enough for me. I mean, you saw the paint job on the Corolla. I'm not picky.
It's true. Where when we removed the safety bumpers and we looked under there, we could see the original paint.
Right.
Just buy it in some acrylic paint and you're good to go.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, for the bananas.
For the bananas. For what I feel like you're looking for, I feel like it's a good choice. I just don't know if it's one of those ones you would ultimately be very happy with because it's kind of not interesting enough, and it's going to be slow, real slow. Corolla slow. All right, ZK, let's see if your internet can make it through a mistake. Nope.
A 91 Toyota Light Ace.
So
it's
far,
a 4x4 camper van, Cone.
Don't try to interest me in this. I have no interest in these. The only reason I search for these now is because of you and Rat.
They're so cool. This one's kind of expensive. However,
kinda.
Yeah, they want $22,000, which is a lot of money. However, it's also more representative of like a mistake I would make.
Okay.
I don't ever see these for sale in the US because there's not many of them that have been imported so far.
I did just see something that interests me. And it ties right back into what we were just talking about. It is a manual transmission with 5 gears on the column. Remember 3 on the tree? Think 5 on the tree with a clutch. Well, yeah, that's the way 3 on a tree works as well. So.
It gets better. It
that
gets
even
better.
work?
Does it get better?
The pictures are kind of bad, but yeah, it gets better.
Okay.
Wait, what is that reservoir in the passenger's footwell? Is that like, oh, we're running out of wiper fluid? Oh, I'll just do it right here while we're driving.
See, I just assumed it was for road trips.
Yeah, I thought it was urinal. Dual purpose. Okay. Is that a slide out?
Is it?
I don't know. Is it? I don't know enough about these. It is.
Oh
it's
my!
Got a slide out.
That's quite a thing.
A mini, tiny, ultra small K car size camper with a slide out.
I imagine like sliding that out and trying to drive it around,
taking a turn.
Yeah,
listing over to one side.
Just put a little trailer wheel on the outside. It'll be fine.
Aw, that's an adorable picture. If it wasn't so many monies, I would say that's real cool, but that's a lot of monies.
Yeah, but it's also one of those like kind of rare, and this one's also like super good condition.
It's got locking hubs.
Yeah, 4x4 manual.
I don't like the fact that Kurt's able to identify that now.
I've been looking at a lot of Forerunners.
I don't like this. This is not the timeline I wanted.
Been playing a lot of SnowRunner, okay?
Mm-hmm. I want to see more about this 5 on the tree, though.
Yeah, you can just barely see it there on the left of the wheel.
And like, why? There's no there's already shifters down there. They could have put a regular shifter.
Because
the engine is right there. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, where is the engine on this thing?
It's there. It's this
Yes,
hump.
that hump.
So like, I don't know.
Ooh, does that have the? Oh, that looks like it has the. I forget the actual names for it, but the like the horizon and tilt sensor thing.
Yeah.
Inclinometer.
Yes.
All right,
altimeter.
Kurt. All right, this is not okay.
Those are also on first generation Forerunners.
You're gonna be a full. You're gonna be a full Powers 2440 here soon. You'll be buying Jeeps and living off road. This mildly interesting, but also something that ZK would do. It's a 2-for-1. Speaking of mildly interesting, it is a little bit
Segway.
warm.
Good one.
Yeah, thanks. This expression in the background of this 1984 Dodge D150 short bed.
Mm-hmm.
Mildly interesting of these. It seems to be a thing to just like put as little effort as possible into making something into like a NASCAR replica, and then trying to charge a lot of money for it. And this is almost like the worst good effort I've ever seen, because this is an 84 Dodge pickup that is in petty blue with some generic 43 petty numbers on it, a smattering of stickers, and a wing on a pickup.
Does it actually have a 440?
Oh, I doubt it. It's just as accurate as my 390 in the Ram truck. Although it is
not even a big enough wing.
not even a Daytona wing. Yeah, it's interesting in that this is such a common technique that I see of hopping up a vehicle and in trying to then, like I said, get $11,500 for it. And even if it has a 440, you know, 440 it's probably like, you know, a truck or motorhome 440. It's nothing incredible. But
also, this lady is real mad about these pictures being
I don't know if mad or needs help.
Somebody just
well, in
had
the
a
other
touchdown.
picture, they're huffing off to like get the phone or something.
Like in this one, you're not gonna sell my truck.
Yeah.
I got my whooping stick.
I'll be honest, I didn't know what to do with this.
Makes me. This does make me sad because, like, what happened to hood ornaments?
Oh yeah, the big Rams.
Good. Yeah.
You kind of missed it, but the Celica that Kurt had showed the. Hold on, I'll go back. Showed the really cool Celica logo and emblem that had a ton of detail in it, and that is also something that is gone. And I don't know exactly what year it was that it just disappeared, but it feels like 1989 is kind of the year where it died.
Yeah, but like GM did have the special badge per model thing.
Did they?
Up until like the Impalas, but even like the 2000s Impalas had a weird ear on them. But even that's not as cool as this, and it was like literally only that model.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this
not
was
like every model got their own special treatment, or like the
moment in time.
Yeah, the Stagias with their double unicorn.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious if that's something that will ever be like a returning fad, like suddenly. I don't think hood ornaments will because of pedestrian laws and things like that, but cool badges, or because cars have just gotten more and more, not unique.
Yes, I think it's more manufacturers are pushing Ford and Chevy and
Gosh.
Mercedes, not individual models or anything.
I realize like my Ford has Ford across the front of the hood, and they're pretty big letters, but it's still mostly understated. If you look at a Ford truck now, I think there's more real estate of the Ford letters on the front of the truck than an entire front end of a 90s Ranger. Like the Ford letters are a foot tall going across the front of it, and it's just it doesn't it just looks so tacky and cheesy. It doesn't make me like, not that anybody was super probably interested in the Celica badge in 1980 whatever, but it's cooler than just the letters of Ford. Get on it, manufacturers. And get on it, Kurt. Interest us.
Oh. There's so much to be gotten on here.
There is.
With a 1978 Dodge six-wheel van.
Thanks for the clarification on that.
For $5,800, this B200 tandem axle van, which has spent its whole life in Vegas and is rust-free, can be yours.
Are they saying it's a thing? Like, the
I don't know.
B200 tandem axle van is a thing?
It is not a thing.
Okay. I mean, it looks like it's a thing, ZK.
It's a thing somebody did.
Oh, wait.
Exactly.
Wait.
Mustard ketchup.
You get to choose your colors.
Is it the same car or?
Oh, it be.
Oh, no. Ew. Ew.
Yeah.
Gross.
You know what was going on back here.
For those just watching, that's saggy, gross shag falling out of the roof.
However, they have upgraded from the milk crate to the beer cooler.
The cooler.
On the driver's seat.
There's your 360. Huh. It looks like a thing, ZK. Like, that's a solid floor.
Not a thing.
I think it could be a thing. Is that the headlight switch in the middle? That's unique. Wait, what pedal's on the left? Oh, that's the e-brake. So you got the gas and the brake way off to the right, steering column, headlight switch, and then way off to the left, the parking brake.
And there's an extra pedal just sitting there.
Oh,
yeah. And there's even a pedal like on the ground, yeah.
Huh. Huh. Hmm. I think this is a thing, ZK.
Not a thing. You can't make it a thing.
But what if it was a thing? I'm trying to find, like...
There's other examples I'm seeing on the Googles.
I think this was a thing.
I don't think so. You can't convince me otherwise.
That's a sideways...
I don't believe in it.
Oh no, look at the gradient between the mustard and the ketchup. It's so bad.
I think in the description they said it's two colors because they couldn't decide on what they wanted when they just did this, but now they're like selling it instead.
They couldn't even do the roof.
You can't reach it.
And like it's orange in the middle.
Ooh, look at that dust on the A-pillar.
Oh, and this is like just sheet metal that's...
Told you it's not a thing.
Well, I mean, it was a thing, though. Like, it wasn't one person's modification. I bet you this was like a company that was making tandem axle vans.
Them.
Apparently,
I bet you this is a rare example. This could fetch many at Amicum.
Give me the deets, Kurt.
On this one article, it says factory built. I don't know about that. In 91.
Even Dodge's.
Wait,
QC
91. Is this
bad.
even a 91? This is a 78.
Yeah, that's weird. This ad from the reliable source of motor1.com. Dodge back in 91, they built six-wheeled. Apparently only the middle axle is driven. The other axle serves only as weight distribution.
Well, that's what it looked like from the underneath of this one.
Yeah, and there's not even drums in the back.
78.
Is there any information here?
There was one on eBay, which is obviously no longer there.
I don't see a year on this, do you? No. I think it's a thing. I mean, obviously it's a thing. And obviously it was orange, which would have been, obviously the correct color. All they did was
yellow and red, and you mixed it,
separated it out, and split it in half.
Oh, you think that's what happened? It's old and it sat so long, the two colors just separated.
Oh yeah, that happens.
That's what happens.
That happens, and then you overspray onto that and the windshield and the. It's a thing.
Not a thing.
Oh no, does it have? Oh no, they're 5.5 wide. Okay, I thought they were like the ramp truck situation of 16.5-inch rims. Never again. ZK.
This one is super mild, the mildest of milds. A 2016 Buick Casada, I think that's how you say that.
Yeah.
Oh, very exciting.
2016 Buick convertible. And what is mildly interesting about this is I had no idea these existed.
Yeah, me either. What is it?
A new car on the market. I had no idea.
Still for sale?
They built them from, I think it was either 2015 or 2016 to 2019. So they just killed them.
That's got to be like a
14 to
rebadged
17.
Opal.
It's an Opal /
front end. Yeah, it's very.
Also called Buick Asada, Vauxhall Casada, Holden Casada, Opel Cabrio, Casada by Bitter. This is one of those GMs. Let's put it everywhere.
Yep.
But it's an Opel something.
But I've never seen one.
Neither have I. I didn't know that Buick had a 2-door 4-seat convertible recently.
With Audi wheels. And a Buick interior.
Yeah. It reminds me of that other car that is often panned as like it's like a convertible CUV.
Or no, you're talking about the Nissan one, the Murano.
Yeah.
Oh, the Murano convertible. I was thinking it kind of looks like a Volkswagen CC to me.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of things and nothing at all.
Yeah, that's a perfect description. This car is everything and nothing.
Like the front looks almost exactly like a Chrysler Sebring, but just in 2016 instead of 2006.
Yeah. That's the rear quarter view of it is very strange. It makes it look like the butt is super tall.
I think it is, and like to me, like this is not an unattractive car. There's nothing that looks wrong with it. I mean, it's probably like a front-wheel drive, nothing engine or whatever, but like it's weird.
It's weird.
I've never seen it.
It's weird that I didn't know it existed, and it's like a modern car that's sold here. Looks like resale value's holding up real good.
Yeah.
For what I'm sure was like a $40,000 car.
Probably, yeah. Oh yeah, they didn't list the miles, or I deleted it. But
sir, I believe you get the mild trophy this week.
Woohoo!
What would the mild trophy be? Like, what's the...
It's a trophy you got from Goodwill.
I was thinking it's like the plaque, like the the wood with like the metal on it, but that's just it. Like there's nothing written on it. It's just that. Like here you go.
It has like your name here on it. It's the display from the trophy shop.
Just an empty jar of mayonnaise.
Gross. Alrighty. Moving right along to the best ads of the week and covering last episode's results. Kurt had the C of Z. ZK had the Mint Z. And I had the Pop Quiz Subaru. The Clean Z actually got a lot of attention. And in fact, I ended up seeing this car on the internet. Did you, ZK?
Oh.
I think you sent me. Someone sent it in Discord. It was like it wasn't German. It was like a different language ad of about this car.
It actually made a little bit of the rounds. I saw something on Jalopnik or something like that, and yeah.
Random Park, get your fresh news here.
Because it was such a weirdly clean 280ZX. Kurt unfortunately did not buy any of the Z's from the yard, as far as I know.
No, I got space for them, but no.
And I never did figure out what the Subaru was all about. The results are ZK with 112 votes, and your internet trend-setting find. Kurt in second place. Cone, 23 votes in third.
So we couldn't figure out what it was.
Yep.
I'd be really impressed if you won with a brown car. Like that's like a secondary goal.
Well, now I will have that in mind. Look into
193 votes. God,
yeah.
dang.
This straw poll thing working out real well, and we probably missed some votes because I forgot to put the straw poll in immediately last time. So if you're ever watching one of these on YouTube and it just came out and there's no poll there, refresh a few minutes later.
Cone in the comments.
Refresh a few minutes later. I've probably remembered to add it because it used to be like it was part of the pages where you were releasing a video. It's like add a card for the poll that nobody would ever see. That's 2 trophies. You got 2 trophies now, ZK.
Stacking them on the shelf.
All right, let's see if I can get a trophy here for next time with the best ramp truck of all time. Does this count as brown?
No.
Dang. Title, $4,000. Will not answer if this is still available. I'm seeing that a lot lately because Marketplace does this really annoying thing that if you accidentally click anywhere where it says message the seller, it will automatically send the seller a message that says, is this still available?
Yeah, that's like the default message.
I accidentally sent 3 people this message and had to be like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to click this. I'm just looking.
Facebook.
It's a Toyota wedge truck.
Wedge truck.
Wedge truck, not a ramp truck. V6, automatic, all lights work, 4,500 pound winch. It's got a bigger winch than my truck. The bed is 12 foot.
Winch envy?
Yeah. 12 foot 9 inches long.
That's real short.
It's pretty short. That's not rust on the paint job. Okay. Runs great.
I don't want to know what it is then, actually.
What's on the back of the truck does not go with it. May need a heater core. Price is firm. Do not ask. $4,000. May trade on a big 0-turn mower. 8x16
go for?
Dual axle enclosed trailer with ramp door, smart car, dump trailer. Just send pics of what you have with info. Look at this little nugget of a ramp truck.
The lawnmower is the only thing it could tow.
Oh, is it? Is it, Kurt?
I don't know.
Or perhaps... Sadly, their hot rod that is specially built to fit this tiny little ramp truck does not come with it. And pictures of the bullet lug nuts. Yeah.
Is that all the pictures?
That's all the pictures.
I want so many more.
I do too. I want to adopt it. I want to give it a good life. I want to just tow around tiny little vehicles with it all the time. I like the fact that they had the audacity to put on the bed the not for hire sticker. As if that was a real question. I truly... What does it say? Oh, watch your head. Caution. I truly love it.
Interesting is that they did make these in dually.
Mm-hmm.
As for like the RVs or like upfitters and stuff, which is weird. I actually saw one in person with a bed on it before, which was interesting.
But not a ramp bed.
Not a ramp bed. No, this is very unique, Cone.
I don't know why. I don't know why you would do this. Like, I imagine somebody did this originally for real purpose, and I guess in reality you could haul things like mowers with it and use it for that purpose.
Technically a cappuccino would fit.
Oh, that would be so cool. That would be so cool. What's Toyota's tiny K car? Do they have one?
No.
Toyota, you suck.
Yep.
You could put a Scion XB on it, maybe. So yeah, that's my pick
I want
of
to
the
see
week.
how the bed is actually like configured.
Right? Yeah, not a lot to get out of it though.
Also gonna be so slow.
And what is this thing? Who knows what this thing is?
I don't. It looks like Kurt's best of the other week, where it was like the barbecue pit, but a car.
Yeah, kind of does. Yeah. Or it's like one of those weird Florida golf cart situations.
I was about to say it's like golf cart sized.
Yeah.
That tall boy intake thing that looks kind of fake.
Fake. Everything about it looks fake. I mean, honestly, the roof, the sides on the roof look wood.
Yeah.
Very plywood. Yeah, I want to know so much more. Like, I don't know how that's not rust. I would like to know that for sure. All right, Kurt, what's your contender?
My contender is what is listed as, and I'm sure totally is, a 2000 Austin Martin Vantage DB7 convertible for only $15,995.
What a
Vintage
deal.
Beef, get on this.
He's too busy buying trucks, Kurt.
Yes. Austin Martin. Not
Austin.
as you would assume Aston Martin, but Austin Martin. Upon further inspection, what we actually have here is an Aston Martin Vantage DB7 convertible replica. Replica. 19-inch chrome wheels. It cost over $65,000 to build.
Don't tell me what it is. I'm trying to figure it out.
Show quality paint.
I think I know what it is.
You know what it is? All right, don't tell me. I want to figure it out.
32 valve V8.
32 valve V8.
4 liter.
4 liter.
4 liter.
4 liter 32 valve V8.
Okay, that my thing might be wrong. See,
it's going to shock you.
I thought I saw 32 valve V8 and I thought that's a Mustang.
I think it's a Mercedes.
Is it an No, SLs have better roofs than that. But those are Mercedes taillights. No,
no, those are supposed to be the Aston taillights.
Austin.
Austin, yes.
What are you?
The shifter doesn't give it away?
The shifter doesn't give it away. No.
Oh,
Is
you're
it
not
a
familiar
Jag?
with...
It's a Jag?
Yes.
Oh, no.
You too could have a Jaguar turned into an Aston Martin kit car for some reason.
What Jag is it? Because I'm not...
I don't know. All the pictures are very blurry.
Look at
but there's your Jaguar V8.
Oh, look at the square tubing just welded onto the regular horns of the frame in this very blurry picture.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at this body line here.
I know.
Oh, that's appalling.
XK8?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's an XK8.
No, it's gross.
You know what? It looks better than XK8. They improved it.
This picture, like the nose of it, is pretty good. Pretty good.
It's a little stubby, but yeah.
The rest of it is an absolute horror show of blobby weirdness.
It's
better than the XK8.
Yeah, well, that's...
There we go. I found some car kits. It's based on the Jaguar XK donor car. That's all the information I got.
Good. Cost over $65,000 to build. Bad news for you. You could buy a DB7 for way less than that now. Real bad news. Oh boy. That's a tragedy upon the eyes there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
It looks like one of those weird fish, but like more than Astons usually do. It's making that like,
Wait, do you not like the look of Astons?
It depends on the Aston. Like they had like this, the early ones look a bit awkward, the middle ones are real pretty, and then the recent ones are kind of awkward.
All right, the recent ones are kind of awkward. I'll give you that much. All right, stiff competition, ZK. I don't know if you're going to be able to handle this.
I don't know. I'm going left field here.
You got to say it.
If you see this is still available, is that what you're talking about?
Oh.
Or the
All right, go ahead.
There's an expected reference here that I'm not sure I'm getting. It's a 1974 Han fire truck.
There you go. Now you've done it.
He knew it all along. He knew it all along.
$3,500.
ZK, these things are freaking everywhere by me, and I think you may notice this.
$3,500.
Did you notice it? Or
What?
I think it was just my brother. He noticed that like every other house around me has a fire truck. Like everybody here has fire trucks. It's really weird.
$3,500. The proceeds go to the volunteer fire department for whatever this blurred out municipality is. But it's every boy's dream to have their own fire truck, and this is a running one, supposedly.
Question mark?
Question, yeah.
You'll see why that's a question, but they say it runs, and it's old, but it's got everything.
It's got everything. It's a fire truck. Still a fire truck.
Yeah, still a fire truck.
Only 19,000 miles.
Barely used.
It's got
all the knobs.
All its pumps.
It's got all the knobs.
It's got all its knobs. It's got an engine.
The Detroit diesel or something that has seen better days. Or maybe not. I don't know.
Right. I don't know.
Usually firemen like watch
I'm trying
the
to count how many
outside of the truck.
cylinders this is. 6,
Several?
I guess. I don't know. Thought maybe it was an inline 8, but yeah, I think that could be running condition. They're all ugly.
Yeah.
Diesel, old, commercial diesel engines, they all just kind of look like that. There's no way that's running. And then you fire it up and it's like, nope, I'm fine. This is great. What you gonna do with your fire truck?
Drive it around. Who cares? Blow the horn.
Blow the horn. But don't you dare lowball them. They'll spray you down with their fire hose. I decided to realize it said that in the ad. Literally, this truck you can drive home, honk the horn, work the lights, become a quote-unquote fireman today. Just needs a home. 50 years old. Doesn't really look 50 years old to me.
I know, it's in great shape.
I wonder if it's like...
Yeah, I think just because they've been using these trucks for 40 years after that before they start upgrading.
Well, they also said that they it was parked inside up until like a couple months ago. So as fire trucks are, they're usually well taken care of, sort of, or at least washed frequently when there's nothing else to do.
No tire kickers because those things look like they'd hurt.
Yeah.
All right. So on the docket for this week, the mini ramp truck, the Austin
Austin
Martin.
Or every little boy's dream.
A fire truck. There you go. There's your choice.
Choose wisely.
Choose wisely. Yes. We got trophies to give out here.
Jars of mayonnaise to get through.
We don't have trophies to give out.
Could you imagine the shipping if we had to send that every 2 weeks?
Just send each other an empty jar of mayonnaise.
We're funding the post service.
Well, thank you everybody for joining another installment of Rambler Park. The audio, I think, is probably a little bit weird on this one because ZK was in and out of being a robot, but I've been watching a lot of Star Trek lately, so I was pretty much already used to it anyway, and you should be too. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Khan!